Media Inc. And we are here today. We want to talk about the importance of voting. I learned something the other day that I'm sure that, like me, you don't know either. And that's how important this May 19th vote is. It's not just a primary, but it's also a vote for who's going to be on our Supreme Court. And I didn't know this, Jerome. I was watching an interview on YouTube of Jen Jordan and Miracle Rankin, and they were talking about how nobody realizes how important the May 19th vote is because we're picking our Supreme Court judges. And as of right now, most of our Supreme Court judges are appointed, not elected. And that it's going to take at least 2 different election cycles to change that. But and they made such a good point because they were talking about how our Supreme Court needs to be for the people and by the people, and that can only happen if they're elected, not appointed. So it's very, very important that everybody get out and vote for this May 19th election. And the early election ends on May the 15th, which is only a couple of days away.
Do not think that you can vote for who's going to be on the Georgia Supreme Court in November. It is not in November. It is now in May.
May the 19th. Yeah, it was just so important. And the interview was really something. It taught me a couple of things. I did not know that the Georgia Constitution that we currently have was drafted back in 1982. I thought it was much older than that. Did you know that, Jordan?
Yes, and currently the Georgia Constitution has more freedoms than the national Constitution. So
yeah.
It's important to vote for the who's going to be on the Georgia Supreme Court because enforcing our Constitution is going to be the main thing. It's only good if it's enforced.
Yeah. Well, and we need people to enforce the letter of the law and not by the party and what the party wants. And unfortunately, right now, most of the judges on the Supreme Court are appointed by the Republican Party. And that ain't right.
We want justice for everyone and the Supreme Court to be neutral and in hearing everybody's cases equally.
That's right. And the thing about it is, everybody's vote is called for as an equal thing under the Georgia state constitution. We don't want what just happened in Tennessee to happen in Georgia.
Tell them what happened in Tennessee.
They voted to break up the black districts in Tennessee and to basically reduce the power of the black vote. And that's just wrong. Jerome, this is America. This is supposed to be the land of the free and the brave. This is supposed to be a land where everybody's vote counts.
We've come a long way. We should be going forward, not backward.
Exactly. And they went backwards in Tennessee. And I don't care what color you are, when that happens, we all lose. Not just black vote loses, but all of us lose our voting power.
They seem to be coming for the less powerful and the minorities first, and then they're going to get to the poor people, and pretty soon it's going to be you. So don't let them start on this road. Don't let them start down this path.
Absolutely. I am a disabled voter, and I believe in the power of the disability vote. But if they start reducing the powers of different voting blocks, we all are in trouble. not just one group, but all of us are in trouble of losing our equality and that our votes won't count. So we've
Sharia is a,
got to.
Sharia is a big advocate for people with disabilities, and what this current situation is that they go after people who have less power, including those with disabilities. And she always says that everybody is at some point going to become a person of disability. You might not think so now, but strokes are common, accidents are common, and
95 is coming.
think about your old age. You know, at some point you're gonna be less able to do things. You know, so and think about your mother, your sister, brother, family member, about them having a stroke and becoming disabled, or having an accident and becoming disabled, or getting a disease and becoming disabled. There are many ways to become disabled. So don't think just because you're healthy that you can do something terrible to the people who aren't. You at some point will be held accountable by these laws that you're denying or put pressing down on the disabled population.
Well, right now they're trying to basically make the black vote not count at all. And that's wrong.
This
Everybody
is just the
counts.
beginning. This is just the
This,
beginning. They're going to creep their way up, and pretty soon
yeah,
it's
they
going to be
are.
you.
Yep. Nick, you're going to be next. So, I'm also a senior, and the power of the senior vote is important to me too. And I'm married to you, so the power of the black vote is important to me. But it should be to everyone because it puts us all at risk when they do this kind of stupid stuff. And I don't know about you, but I believe in equal rights for everyone. And I believe in what Martin Luther King fought for. And I believe that all Georgians do. And I say, Georgia, step up to the plate. We cannot let what happened in Tennessee happen in Georgia.
The only way to make things right is to get out and vote.
Yeah, we don't need the KKK taking over Georgia's capital. So,
It's time to vote.
contact your state legislators. Let's go forward. Check your voting status. You can go to the Secretary of State's website, and this is the address https:// mvp.sos.ga.gov. And you can, if you can't copy that, then go to Google and put in that you want to check your voting status on the Secretary of State's website, and it'll bring up this link for you. And you can go on there and you can check to see if you are registered as active or inactive. If you're inactive, you're going to have to register to vote, and you're not going to be able to vote in this May 19th election, unfortunately. But you will be able to vote in the November. And I'm going to tell you something, Jerome. Every vote counts. Every vote counts at this point, because if it didn't, they wouldn't be trying so hard to keep people from voting. But every vote counts. And I'm of the opinion that our government needs to be for the people and by the people. And the only way that's going to happen is if everybody goes vote. I'm an old, what they call it, FDR Democrat. I believe in what federal Franklin Roosevelt did. I think we need a new deal now. Our country is in the same place that it was during the time of the Depression. Fascism was creeping along the world. government systems, and it's creeped in America. And authoritarianism was another issue. So it's important that we remember those times so that we'll be able to figure out how to get through these times. We need another New Deal like Franklin D. Roosevelt did. You know what I'm saying? So here's that website I was talking about, Jerome. And you can go on there and you can check your vote. On that website, you can check your voter registration status. You can check your mail-in application and ballot status. You can check your poll location. You can check early voting locations. You can check who's the elected officials. And you can check your registration information on file with the county office, and you can see a sample ballot for the upcoming election. And if you have a problem voting, you can request a provisional ballot and check your provisional ballot status with this same website. So it's a pretty great website. You can do a lot with it. And it's important. So let me just swing back to that page. So check your voting status. Go to the Secretary of State's website and you can Google it. You can Google to be able to check your voting status on the Secretary of State's website, and it'll bring up this site for you.
For those who are listening and not watching the video, it is https://mvp.sos.ga.gov.
Yep. So, again, it's important to go vote because that Supreme Court vote is not going to be in November. It's May the 19th. And the early voting for that May the 19th ends on May the 15th. So, like I said, you can go online and you can look it up and it'll pull up so you'll be able to find it. I'm showing the Google page right now where I pulled it up to find it so that I could put it in this PowerPoint. So, if you can't find it any other way, Google it. And also Google for your state rep, who they are, and their contact info, and reach out to them and tell them, do not let what happened in Tennessee happen in Georgia. All right, everybody. Thank you for watching, but I'm going to say, please hit the subscribe button and do the thumbs up if you liked this video, because I felt like this video was important because I didn't know that the Supreme Court would be decided in May 19th. I thought it was in November. I thought I was just voting for primaries only, but it was more than that. And I'm so glad that I found out, and I went and voted. We already voted, haven't we, Jerome?
Yes, we did. So get out and vote, everybody.
Get out and vote. It's so important. Please go vote. We need a Supreme Court in Georgia that will follow the rule of law and follow the Georgia Constitution. We need a government for the people, by the people.
Thank you, Sheree.
Thank you, Jerome. Bye.